Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today I want to show you how to install the BakFlip F1 tonneau cover on this 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500. Okay, as you guys can see here, we've got everything out of the box and laid out. You can see it comes complete with everything you need to install it. It comes with your side rails, your clamps for holding your rails on, your thumb screws and bolts which are going to hold the cover to the rail. We have our clips which we're going to be attaching to the cover, and this for your straps. You also have the bumpers, which I'll explain to you what those guys are for, your bulkhead seal, your prop rods, your instruction sheet, and your drain tubes, and I'll explain these as well. And of course, last but not least, your cover itself. So let's get this on the truck. All right guys, the first step of putting our tonneau on is that we want to make sure that we have our bulkhead seal. And the reason why we're going to use this is because most of your newer trucks now come with these bed rail caps. So unless you have a drop-in bed liner, that's those big plastic ones, that's going to take up this extra space here between the cap and the bulkhead, then you're going to need to add this seal in. So we're going to go ahead and put this on and make sure this is all clean, washed soap and water, and then wipe down with some isopropyl. We're just going to peel this backing off, and we want to start it right up against the bed rail cap. And we just want to follow right along the line here. What I usually do is I'll usually just peel a little bit at a time, so that way I can make sure that I'm getting it on here nice and straight. And if I have to peel any of it up, I don't have to peel the whole thing, just that little section. Now it's going to be a little bit longer than you need, which is okay. Get to the other end, we'll just cut a little bit off with a pair of scissors, and we'll be good to go. So just follow it along just like this. Once you get it all laid out, start in the middle and press it down, going outward towards the ends, and that'll get it all in place. All right, so once that's on, next thing we're going to do is install our bed rails. If you guys look here, you can see that it's got a really nice edge seal on it. Well, that edge seal is designed to set up on top of our bed rail here. So we're going to put these on just like this, with them setting up on top. And we want to make sure that we have this pushed back up against the bulkhead. And then what I usually will do is I'll start with this middle one, just because it's easier to do it first. And we just want to put it as close to the middle as we can to hold this all in place. So this one's going to fit right about here. And then we'll snug that guy down. We don't want to tighten it up because we may have to move this rail just a little bit, but we do want to snug it down just to hold everything in place until we get to that point. So just put a few cranks on it, and then I'll do this front one. And the front one, we want to move as close to the bulkhead or the cab of the truck as possible. And on this truck, that's right there. We'll do the same thing here. And make sure when you put this on, you check that seal. You may have to push down on this just a little bit to get it into place if it's sticking up, because you want that seal to actually mat up tight with the bed rail cap. And then we'll do the same thing on the rear one back here, as far to the back or towards the tailgate as we possibly can. And on this one, that's going to be right here. We'll put that on there, get that in place. And as you can see here, that's sticking up a little bit, so I'm going to push down on that and hold it, and then snug this one down in place. Now the reason why we don't want to tighten these up is because we still want to check the tailgate, make sure everything closes right before we tighten it down. But that's how we put those on. I'm going to do the one on the other side. And the other thing to make sure, so you know you have them on the correct sides, is that you can see there's a plate with a slot on one end. Make sure that ends up by the cab, because that's where your cover is going to attach to the rail. So we'll get this one on over here, same way as the other side. We've got our side rails on, we've checked everything, make sure we have all of our clearance, tighten down our clamps, everything's in place. The next thing we're going to do then is attach our clips for our straps, because our straps, as you can see here, are going to strap down into here. That's so that we can drive with this partially open without it flying off the truck. We have these things that kind of look like rivets a little bit. They're actually threaded on the inside. Those are going to go up from the bottom through these holes right here. And what we're gonna do is one at a time, and we're gonna set our buckle on there, or our strap clip, and put our screw in there, and I'm just going to tighten this up enough to hold it so that it doesn't fall out, so that way I can move it around and get the other one lined up and in place. And as soon as I can find it here, we'll be in good shape. There we go. I'll put this one in and tighten these up. And when I say tighten, guys, I actually mean snug. I don't mean like crank them down, because keep in mind those little pieces that are put on the bottom are aluminum threaded, very fine threads, and you can strip them out, which would not be cool. So, all right, so we'll put the one on the other side, and then we'll be ready to put this up on the truck and show you how to attach it. So we're gonna take our cover then, and we're just gonna set it up on the truck up here, and make sure that this piece here comes down and actually fits into place. Adjust it here so that our seals match up, so that way we know that it's sealing right. And the fact that I just heard it click in actually tells me that we've got it in place. So with that in mind, I'm going to unlatch it here, set this up for just a second, and get the thumb screws out of here. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how to attach that to the rails. All right, so what we're gonna do then is we're gonna take this thumb screw bolt assembly apart here real quick and pull all this stuff off of it here. So basically all we want is this one rubber washer on there, and that's, we're gonna drop this through the hole back here and through that plate that has the slot in it. Now on the underneath side, what we're gonna have is we're gonna have this rubber washer, this flat steel washer, and a lock washer, and they're gonna go together just like that with the thumb screw underneath to attach it. So basically when it gets all done, it'll be something like this one here underneath the bottom. This rubber piece here should be up here because this is the top one. But you can see here how you have the rubber washer, the flat steel, and the lock. And that's and then your thumb screw. That's how it's going to look when we're all done. So I'm going to go ahead and put this underneath here. Now one of the things to keep in mind when we're doing this, as you can see, the cover kind of sliding around on me there a little bit. It's not a big deal. Set it up really gently because we don't have the bumpers on. That's what those bumpers are for. And we're going to get this started underneath here, and we're going to leave it loose. We just want to get it started to hold it on until we make sure that this cover is all squared on the truck bed and that everything locks in properly. Okay, I'm going to put the one on the other side, and then we'll test this cover. All right, so we've went ahead and folded this out, made sure everything was working like it's supposed to, everything fit like it should, and it does, so we can go ahead and tighten these down now. And just finish and tighten this one up. And so the next thing we're going to do then is I'm going to show you guys how to install those bumpers, where they actually go and such on this cover. So let's do that. So we have these rubber bumpers and we want to put these on our cover. And what we're going to do, and the reason for these, is so that when this is in the full open position, you don't damage anything like your third brake light or the back of your cab or your glass. So we're just going to pull this red backing off, and then this one we're going to kind of just eyeball line up on that third brake light and place it right here onto our cover. And then we're going to put the other ones on the ends. Now when we do these, we want to make sure that because this closes down into this rail, we want to make sure they're back far enough that they don't interfere with it closing on the rail. So I'm going to start it right about there, and we'll just put it right here in the center, it in here, just like so. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so the next step then is to install these drain tubes. And what that's going to do is that water that channels out through our side rails and through this opening down here, the spout, it's going to allow that to drain out without going in the back of your truck and getting everything wet. So what we're going to do then is, I've already went ahead and taken the plug out of this side. You could do it on this side, or if you have some down there, or if you just want to let this drain right into the bed of the truck and run out naturally like it would if it didn't have a cover, that's fine too. But we're going to attach it right to the end of that spout, and then we're just going to slip it right in through here. Now these covers on these covers just pop right out, so really easy to remove those. And then we'll go ahead and do the one on the other side just like that, and that's going to keep our bed nice and dry. All right, so the last thing then is to attach our prop rods. Really easy to do. You can see on this end, it's got like this little spring clamp on the back of it. That's actually what keeps it held on. And where it goes is right on this button that's sticking out off the rail. Just simply put it up on there and give it a little push, and it'll snap right in place. And then when it's not in use, you can actually bring it back here and hook it right into this little hook right there. Nice and handy holder to keep it up out of the way. So when we are using it, then we're going to put it up here, loosen this up, slide that up, place our end of our prop rod, slide it down, and then turn this to lock it, and that will keep that in place and allow you to be able to drive down the road with this up. So let's do the one on the other side, and then we'll get this thing all closed up, show you what it looks like all closed up and finished. Well, there you go, guys. That's how quick and easy it is to install the BakFlip F1 tonneau cover onto your truck. So remember, until next time, happy motoring.